Hi, we're going to begin today standing up. Stand with your legs parallel, about hip width apart, but could you pick a spot where you have some room out to the side and some room backwards a bit? Okay, let's begin lacing your hands together. Let's just mobilize your upper body and get tuned in to the rhythm of your breath. I want you to take a breath in and try to breathe into your hands and lift your chest and chin to look up towards the ceiling. When you exhale, round your upper body forward, flip your hands over, and push your palms towards the screen when you flex. As you inhale, bring your hands back to your chest, look up at the ceiling. Exhale, draw your abs in, look down, press your palms away from you. Inhale up. Now we're going to keep going up and down. This time as you exhale, add just a slight bend to your knees so you can flex your spine further. Inhale back in, weight in your heels when you look up. 2 more times, exhale, flex forward. Inhale, lift your heart, pull those shoulder blades back. 1 more time, rounding forward, spreading those blades. Inhale, back up to the ceiling. Now I want you to take one leg, reach it back into a staggered stance. Let's just go hands on your hips, and let's just do 5 lunges, giving you time to make sure you feel stable in your lunge. Feel free to adjust as necessary. Stay down on the 5th one, and then reach your arms forward at chest height. I want you to go into an alternating forward arm reach, keeping your hands about as wide as your shoulders, just to get your shoulder blades sliding and gliding a little. Now I'm going to have you bend the elbow on your front knee side, rotate back like a bow and arrow, then extend the arm back behind you. Now keep that arm straight and circle it around to the front. Let's do that 4 more times. You're going to inhale as you bend your elbow, reach back looking over your shoulder. Exhale around to the front. Inhale to bend. Open the chest by reaching back and exhale forward. 2 more. Inhale, reaching. Exhale around to the front. Last one like that. And exhale forward. Now, back leg, elbow bent in front, other arm back, like you're jogging. And that's what we're going to do. We're going to go into a power knee, taking your back leg up, switching your arms, and then back down to your lunge. And we're going to lift and drop back down. Balance today. And up. 1 more full one. And on the 6th one, I want you to stay. Get balanced with that leg in the air. Now we're going to alternate your jogging arms as you turn your head. Look towards your lower arm side. Switch back and forth. Oh, wow. I should never make you do exercises I can't do. I swear I just practiced this before I turned it on. 1 more to the other side. Tap your foot down. Oi, hands behind your head. Okay, I've got that same leg we've been lifting, just on the tip of my toes so that knee's bent. I'm going to have you lift your knee to your chest, and you're going to flex forward towards it. Tap it back down. Curl and lift. So just a little exhale. Inhale for this. 2 more like that. Keep crunching your upper body, but step the swinging leg back into extension. Tuck that knee up. Back and lift. Open and tuck. 2 more this way. After the last one, I want you to freeze. Reach your arm up to the ceiling. Give me 5 more. Little extension at the top. Exhale. Flex and drop. Inhale up. Exhale. And lift for 3. And 2. And 1. All right, from that extended stance, leave your arms overhead. Glide it back a little. Drop back down into that lunge. All right, I want you to bow and arrow, but kind of like you're shooting up towards the ceiling. So you're going to bend your elbow and start to side bend, reach towards the floor. Exhale, come back up. Inhale, bend, reach down. So I'm side bending towards the front knee side, which gives me a little stretch in the outer hip on the other side. 2 more, bend, drop down, lift up, last one. And then back up. All right, from there, hands back behind your head. Step the same leg we've been moving forward. And now I'm going to go out to the side into a side lunge, getting a little length through this inner thigh, and then just come back up and balance. Dropping down, back up and balance. And I'm letting the chest hinge forward. If you're having trouble balancing, any of these could just be tap. 1 more like that. I'm going to add rotation on the next one. So now I'm going to turn towards that leg that's lifting. 4 more. And we'll be done with this side, by the way. 3. And 2. And 1. Back up. All right, just like walk it out a little bit. Because we got to do that all again on the other side. All right, so if you need to adjust where you are in space, let's get that other leg back. Staggered stance. All right, hands on your hips. Let's do 5 lunges. What was that? I don't know. I just feel like I look really dark right now, and like the more I stand in front of the door, I'm just like vanishing. All right, next time you go down, I want you to stay there. Boop. Let's reach your arms forward and just get a little shimmy going again. Just loosen up those shoulders before we get into that big arm swing. All right, so the bow and arrow is going to go towards the front leg side. You're going to take an inhale, bend your elbow, reach back behind you. Exhale, bring it around to the front. Inhale, bend, reach back. Exhale, circle forward. Bend, reach back. Use those abs to pull it around. Inhale, open the chest. Exhale to the front. One more. Inhale, reaching. Exhale, forward. All right. Bend an elbow. Bend an elbow. Yeah. We're going to go into that power knee. So you have the back leg, arm forward first, and then we're just going to switch their position as you lift the knee and drop. And we're going to go up and down. Remember how I said I wasn't sure why I was so wobbly? This was the leg I was using. One more full one. This is my stronger ankle. Boom. All right. You're going to rotate now. So you're going to turn your head over your shoulder towards the back arm. Switch the head and switch arms. Okay, I stink at this side too. I spoke too soon. And one more time each way. Tap that foot down. Come back to the center. Hands behind your head. Okay. I got a pollen cough. Okay, drive your knee up. Let's flex your spine. Tap the floor for the first time. We're going to exhale. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, curl and lift. 2 more times, flexing. And up, flex. And then we open that back leg. All right, now 5 like that. Same driving knee, open into extension. Curl and lift. 3 and up. 4. One more like this. Hold that leg down. Arms up to the ceiling, chest lifted. As you exhale, drive that knee up, flex forward. Inhale, return. Curl and lift. Exhale, inhale. 2 more. 1 and return. Slide this leg back a little bit. Drop back down into your lunge. Make sure you feel stable again. Now this bow and arrow, you're bending towards the front side leg and then down. Exhale, go up. So I'm side bending as I lower the arm, big pull up to the ceiling. Inhale down, exhale up, inhale lower, exhale lift. Just one more like that, dropping down and lifting up. All right, so I'm going to step that moving leg forward, hands behind the head, and I'm just taking side lunge into balance or side lunge into toe tap and dropping down and in. One more like this. Let the hinge happen and up. We're going to add rotation for 5 more to finish. Dropping down, rotate towards the lifting knee. Dip and rise. 2 more of those. And one more time and up. All right, let's head down to the floor. I'm going to have you go down onto your back. All right, arms by your side. Let's do a hip roll or a few. Take a second to settle into neutral. Pelvis, ribs, and head all nice and flat into the mat with a little bit of a curve present under your low back and your neck. When you exhale, begin the movement by rocking your pelvis. You actually flatten the low back to lift the hips. Peel the spine off the mat, one bone at a time till you're at your shoulder blades. Inhale at the top. And then roll back down on the exhale, encouraging flexion to the spine. So each rib drops one at a time, then your low back, and then your hips. Breathe in and come back to neutral at the bottom. As you exhale, start to curl off again. Give a little pressure into your arms, just enough to keep you stable so you can really focus on mobilizing the spine. Now as you hold for your inhale, reach your knees away from your shoulders. And when you exhale, soften the breastbone. Roll through the ribs one at a time, then your low back, and then your hips. Inhale back to neutral. One more like this. Start to curl off. Give a little pressure into your big toes. Notice if that gets your inner thighs to help hold your legs parallel. Hold there, breathe in. And then as you roll down, keep pulling your hips towards your heels. You can sense your hamstrings a little. You'll feel a little more space between each bone as you drop them. and come back to neutral. Let's add a stretch for your lats. You're going to curl up again. When you arrive at the top, take one arm overhead with your inhale, and then roll it back down on your exhale breath. Inhale to lower your arm. Exhale, curl your hips up. Inhale to take your other arm overhead, and then roll back down and lower your arm. Let's just do one more on each side. Exhale, curl up. Inhale, reach overhead. Exhale, roll to the mat and lower your arm. And one more time, curl up. Inhale, lift that arm. Exhale, roll back down and lower your arm again. All right, I want you to straighten out one leg. Leave your other leg bent. We're going to take your hands behind your head. We're going to go into an ab prep next, and I want you to start with just the ab prep. Now, with your legs staggered, just stay aware of the flexion. Try to stay centered. On your exhale, nod your chin, curl up your head and shoulders to look at your legs. Inhale, lower back down. Exhale as you flex forward, and inhale to return. Exhale, curl up. Inhale, lower. One more like that to flex and lower back down. I want you to lift up your straight leg while you curl up. Exhale, lift your leg. Inhale, lower down. And you can keep that ankle flexed the whole time. And inhale to lower. Exhale, lift. And down one more like this. And when you bring it down, can you take your leg just to a hover? Now, last 4, you're going to lift both of your legs. As you exhale, curl up. Inhale, bent knee foot on the floor, other one's in hover. It just makes it easier to go into the next one. And lower back down. Curl up for 3. And lower. One more like that. And then back down. Take your arms overhead and just reach. And then bring them back in and let's switch the legs. All right. Let's start getting those ribs anchored down. Again, we're back to the beginning of the order. Just focus on staying centered. As you exhale, nod your chin. Flex up towards your legs. Inhale to come back down. Exhale, curl forward. And inhale, lower. 2 more times. Round up. And lower down. Last one to lift. Let's add the straight leg lifting up. Exhale as you lift it. Inhale to drop. Exhale, curl up. And inhale to lower. 2 more like this. And lower down. One more time. Exhale, up. And lower to hover. Okay. 4, adding both legs lifting. Exhale, up. Inhale towards the ground. Exhale, lift. Remember, straight leg just drops to hover. Both legs up. And then back down one more time. Lifting and lower back down. Let's flip over onto your stomach. Oh my gosh. Seriously though, guys, I know you have to listen to me whine all the time. But oh, the pollen in my eyes. Will I ever stop going to the park and just like running around in the pollen? No. But oh, the pollen in my eyes. All right. W shape with your arms. Let's take your legs hip width and slightly turned out. I want you to start with a simple extension for your upper back. So in this style, we're always limiting it to keeping at least 1 or 2 ribs on the mat. I want you to take your inhale before you start and just create an overall feeling of length. Reach your head and toes away from each other and slide your shoulders down. Like I try to kind of grab the ground a little with the forearms to help me pull down. Now as you exhale, lift your head and your chest up. Push yourself away from the floor, drawing your shoulder blades back and down. Now stay there for a breath in. And when you exhale, compress your abs and see if you could feel your breath pulling those ribs down one at a time and then releasing your chest and head. Let's do that 2 more times. Breathe in at the bottom. Encourage that long energy through your body. Exhale, abs, create a little stability. Now press away from the floor, lifting your gaze so you're looking towards the base of the wall. Hold here, breathe in, and then exhale back down, easing yourself back into the floor, releasing into the forearms. One more time. Inhale at the bottom. And then exhale, head and chest come up. Open those collarbones wide by drawing the shoulder blades back and down. Inhale to stay at the top. Exhale as you return. Now, as we do the next phase, I want you to keep your upper body in a little hover. Stay active in your arms, giving that little bit of pressure into the floor. Now you're going to bend your knees and put your heels together. We're going to go through an isometric contraction, which will activate your glutes and your hamstrings and your inner thighs. When you exhale, squeeze your heels together. At the same time, compress your abs and make sure your pubic bone stays pressed into the floor so you can feel that whole triangle at the front of the pelvis. Inhale, release that work. And again, exhale, squeezing into your heels. Inhale to release. Now, this hopefully is no problem, but if you want to make it a tiny bit harder, take the knees into a small hover when you're exhaling and place them down when you inhale. Exhale, squeeze and lift. And if that's too much on your pubic bone, just keep doing the other one because we're only going to do 3 more. Exhale, squeeze. Inhale, release that tension. Don't forget the abs. Start with the breath, then go into the squeeze. Inhale, lower. One more time. Exhale, squeeze, and lower back down. All right, now I want you to turn your head to the side, bring your hands behind your back, and just let your shoulders flop as much as you can. When you exhale, we're going to take that squeeze. Now, when you inhale, I want you to straighten your legs. Lift up into the same extension we were doing. Straighten your arms by your sides. Turn your head the other way, and then lower back down, go into your squeeze. So on your inhale, extend the legs, point the toes, lift the head and chest. You're going to lower your head back down, squeeze it in. So now we're taking the hover on the straight legs and putting your knees down as you squeeze in and lifting up. Inhale, exhale, squeeze it in. Let's do that 3 more times. Inhale up, exhale as you lower, and 2. Exhale back down. 1 more time. Inhale and exhale to lower. Let's go into a shell stretch, eh? All right, sit back onto your heels, round your spine, and breathe. Take a nice big inhale into your back. And stay for an exhale, compressing your abs. Take another inhale breath here, and then an exhale to roll up to sitting. We're going to go into a plank. Here's what's to come. A couple transitions from knee down to full plank. A little bit of the ankle stretch, and then we're going to do it all in one leg to make it leg pull front. When you're setting up for any plank series, let's spread your fingertips apart, and that's going to help you take pressure out of your wrist and distribute it through your whole hand. Also, if you've been doing these for a while, it is also helpful if once you've planted your hands, look down at your arms and try to rotate them so the pits of the elbows point forward and the points point a little more back. All right, so now we're just going to try to figure out where we're comfortable in a plank. So I'm going to have you extend your knees and just feel it out, holding the plank for a couple of seconds, and then come back down. We'll do 2 more testers. Exhale as you rise up into it. You want to feel your abs and your glutes. We're pushing away from the floor with the hands, and then lower back down. 1 more test like that. We're coming up and just feeling the stability of the plank and lower. Okay, when we go up to this one, we're going to shift our weight back and forth. So let's push up into it, get organized, and then shift your weight back towards your feet to find that calf stretch, forward towards your hands. Let's do that 5 more times, shifting back and forward, back and forward. And just 2 more times. Keep breathing, drawing those abs in, last one, and then tap your knees down. Now let your weight shift back just a little bit. All right, so when we do it 1 leg at a time, we're going to alternate legs, kind of like a reverse march. Let's just try 1 on each side the first round, and then we'll come back down just so you can assess. All right, exhale up. When you breathe in, lift 1 leg to the height of your hip. You're going to shift back out on your exhale and point your toes in the air. Inhale, shift forward and flex the foot. Exhale, lower it down. Lift your other leg when you inhale. Shift back and point. Shift forward and flex. Lower the leg down. Drop your knees. Come on back. All right. Next time we go up, I'm going to try 2 in a row. If you want to take a break between them, you can. And then we'll build it up to 3, and then we'll be done. Okay. Exhale, lift to plank. Inhale, 1 leg to hip height. Shift back, point. Shift forward, flex. Lower your leg back down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, shift back. Inhale, shift forward. Exhale to lower. First leg. Try to keep your hips square. Shift back into that calf stretch. Forward. Lower down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, back. Inhale, forward. Exhale, lower. Drop your knees. Shift it on back. Okay. My body can handle 3 in a row. My breathing seems to not be able to. All right, 1 more round. Da-da-da-da. Up we go. Let's do this. Inhale, 1 leg up. Exhale, shift back. Inhale, shift forward. Place that on the ground. Inhale, lift it. Abs drawn in as you shift back. Inhale, forward. Exhale, lower. Inhale, up. Shift it back. Shift it forward. Lower down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, shift. Inhale, forward. And lower down. 1 more each side. Inhale, up. Exhale, shift back. Inhale, forward. And lower. Last time, lifting. shift back and forward, lower down. Drop your knees, go all the way back to a shell stretch. All right, when you come out of it, just roll your wrists out a little bit. Okay, we're going to go into rolling like a ball next. So you want to leave yourself some space behind you on your mat. Okay, so we're going to take this on, prepping before we go to the whole exercise. I'm going to have you do a few half roll backs, marching your legs alternately, and then we'll go into the full exercise. All right, for the half roll back part, arms reaching forward at chest height, and I want you to curl forward over your knees. Now you're going to do your half roll back as you exhale, but you're going to bring one leg with you into tabletop, and then you're going to curl forward over your knees as you place it down. Rock back as you exhale, and curl forward. So this variation on half roll back lets you feel a relationship in the leg that's marching that's close to how rolling like a ball is going to feel, where your hip flexor stays associated, stays the same length to hold your leg with your torso as you rock backwards and forwards. What are body parts? One more to each side. Roll back, exhale, and dive forward. And rock back. I should just do this as a mime. We can just play Simon Says. All right. Now, rolling like a ball. We take your feet off the floor. You're going to start out by rocking back off of your sit bones so you get a flexed lower spine. Then lift your legs up one at a time into the air. All right, hands against the shins. If that strains your arms or makes you feel imbalanced, your hands could go behind your thighs. Okay, so making your ball shape is a result of the flexion of the spine, so make sure you're looking at your thighs, the roundness of your arms, so top of the shoulders heavy, but elbows sticking out a little bit, and create pressure between your hands and your legs, so we're always making the same distance between the thighs and the belly. As you breathe in, you're going to roll backwards towards your shoulder blades, and when you exhale, you're going to curl back up, staying just off your sit bones. As you rock back, you want to imagine you're pulling your hips away from your thighs to create the beginning of the motion. Inhale as you come up. And if you can't get it going smoothly, it's okay to focus on your arms. There's an isometric tension between your arms and legs the whole time, but you could feel like if your arms pull you a little more, you fall back. And if your legs push back into your arms more, you rock up. So just subtly adjust how hard you're pressing one into the other to give you that momentum to rock forward and backwards without changing the shape of the spine. Let's do this 3 more times. Keep squeezing your inner thighs together. Inhale into your back as you're rolling down. Exhale, compress your abs as you lift. 1 more time, rock it back. And exhale, back up. From here, I want you to roll back again like the flat tire, and you're just going to stay down on your back. All right, tiny little squish knees into your chest. Then I want you to take your legs into a tabletop position. Take an exhale breath and try to pull your hips towards your ribs a little closer so your low back gets flatter. Obliques are engaged to keep you in an imprinted position. Let's take your hands behind your head and just go back to a little more ab work. When you exhale, I want you to nod your chin, curl up your head and shoulders, and look at your knees. We're going to go into single leg stretch, but leaving your hands behind your head. So when you exhale, shoot one leg out straight. As you inhale, start to switch the leg and reach the other one away. As you're reaching out, if this doesn't feel like a lot of load, you can let your leg drop a little so it feels heavier at the end range of the motion. Now we're going to go from this right into obliques by adding rotation to this leg action. So I'm going to turn my upper body towards the knee that's coming in. Inhale as I'm coming through the middle, and exhale to twist to the side. Inhale and exhale, in and exhale. And let's do 3 more to each side. And 2. I like boxed myself in a little corner of the room. Back in. All right, back down. I feel weird. Hold on, let me come over here a little more. Okay. And let's do another pairing. I'm going to give you a double leg stretch right into scissors. So recreate your imprint. I hope you wiggled around with me during that time. Take your legs up to tabletop, hands on the sides of your knees. Nod your chin 1 more time, curl up your head and shoulders, and look at your legs. Let's stay here for a breath in. When you exhale, reach your legs out straight while you take your arms back by your ears. Inhale, circle your arms and draw your knees back in. Exhale, arms and legs reach away from each other. Inhale, circle and tuck. Exhale as you reach out. Circle, pull it back in. Exhale away. Inhale, circle and catch. Let's just do 2 more of those. Circle it in. One more time, reaching out. Circle and keep your head up and extend your legs up to the ceiling. As you scissor the legs, let's give it a pulse. We're going to exhale for 1, 2. Inhale as you switch and reach for 2. Inhale, exhale, and reach, reach. Gentle as you pull the leg towards you. And if you're really tight in the hamstring, it's okay if you bend that knee a little to get a better stretch. Let's do 4 and 3, 2, and 1. Both legs up. Drop your head. Squeeze your knees into your chest. And release your feet back down. Turn onto your side. Push yourself up. Let's go into the saw side plank. All right, so we're going to have your legs out in front of you. Little space in between your legs. Slight bend in your knees if you need that to get up on your sit bones. We start with the motion that just looks like the regular saw. Arms are out to the side. Thumbs are turned up. I'm going to begin turned away from you so that I then turn towards you. On your inhale, you're going to rotate your spine and turn your back thumb down. When you exhale, I want you to round forward towards that opposite leg. That's your sawing motion. Stay flexed, and as you inhale, you're going to swing your arms around, windmilling them. Place your forearm on the floor. We're going to come into our side plank, and you're going to hold. Then you're going to bring your hip back down. I want you to stay low. Go back through that windmill. Pose your saw. Roll up and come back to the center. Let's do it to the other side. Inhale, you twist. Thumb goes down. Now you're going to dive forward on that exhale. When you inhale, sweep the arms around. Go to your forearm plank. Take that arm up and just hang out. Push away from the floor with the forearm. Now come back down with control. Land on the hip. Let's get back around that windmill. Roll up. Turn back to center. First side, inhale, twist, turn your thumb down. Exhale, round forward into that saw. Inhale, sweep your arms around, take your forearm plank, lift up onto your side, hover. Take your hips back down with control. Stay low. Let's sweep past both feet, go to the first side. Roll up, stay right on those sit bones, come back to the center. Inhale, twist, back thumb goes down. Exhale, round forward. Inhale, swing your arms around, plant the forearm on the floor, lift your hips, go to that side plank. I don't have to be quiet during it, but we really have to focus. Drop your hips, swing it around, and then roll up and back to the middle. You got 1 more to each side. Inhale, twist, turn your back thumb down. Exhale, dive forward. Sweep the arms across, hit that forearm plank, up onto the side, hover, keep pushing away that shoulder out of the ear. Take it back down. Swing low and around to the foot. Roll up and back to the middle. Last time. Inhale, get tall, back thumb turns down. Exhale, dive forward. Inhale, you're going to swing your arms around, plant your forearms, lift your hips, go to side bend or side plank. All right, take it back down, swing it around, roll up, and back to the middle. All right. Let's come back up to standing. All right, and just to finish off, we're just going to go through a side bend, just alternating sides and stretching. So arms out to the side, and I want you to go right into a step pattern. So as you side bend, you're going to take that same side leg across, and then out to the side, and then over and out to the side. And just big reaching, and now just focusing on stretching the muscles you were just using to plank. 3 more times like that. Add a little more bend to the knee. If you're not getting enough stretch, that'll help you reach further. 1 more time over. And then back up. All right, back into feet parallel, hip width apart. And then just give me a little dip into your knees, swinging those arms around, allowing them to just float up and wrap around your body. And let's do 4 and 3, 2, and 1. Done. All right. Have a lovely life. Till the next time I see you.